Hello guys, Mark Daniels here. When it comes to personal finance, everybody wants to build wealth with passive income, but the reality is a little bit different. I know you can do that if you're already rich and you have money. What about if you don't? Statistics show that 50% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Only 30% of poor people have savings account. Inflation is at all-time high, but you're smart and you want to make your life better and invest in yourself. So you go and you seek advice and you look up some videos online, maybe YouTube or some other videos. And all you find is the same cookie cutter types of videos. And they all sound the same, like save every penny that you make. Don't spend any money. Eat noodles every day. Never take a vacation. Live in a tent so you can save rent and electricity. But by the way, invest in Roth IRA. The truth is you can do both at the same time without sacrificing your life and the life of your family. So let's go on a journey to show you exactly how you can do both at the same time and be on top. The first thing you want to do is smash that like button because that would help this channel, and at the same time that let me know that you want more of these videos. Here's the problem, guys. If you are saving every penny, you're not spending anything, you're eating noodles and beans every day, you're not going on vacation, let me ask you this: what kind of a life are you going to have? Obviously not a very good one. It's going to be a very boring one. And when you're 80 years old, you'll have some money, but what are you going to do when you're 80 years old? You don't have energy. You don't have the stamina that you did before. Now, to clarify things, I'm going to go ahead and just go over what you hear and why it's not going to work for you. And of course, I am talking about the people that make videos and give you some advice and things like that on YouTube. I'm not saying that they're all bad. What I'm saying, there are some things that don't work. Now, here's my favorite one. Invest in dividend stocks. The average yield on a dividend stock is not more than 3% for a decent company. And in order for you to have a dividend income, you have to invest like $500,000 minimum. So you can get 2% a year. Right now, inflation is close to 6.8%. So you lose money. Interest income. What I mean by that is like you put your money in a CD, which is in the bank, and the bank give you about 1.6% if you are lucky. That will only make sense for people who think that the world is flat. And the other one is rental income. But I tell you what, that could be done. That could be done. If you can sell ice to the Eskimos, then you can do it. My favorite one is get a side hustle. And when you get a side hustle, get another side hustle. And inside that hustle, get a hustle. So become a hustler. The reason for that is you work 8 hours a day. So if you work 8 hours a day, you still have a lot of time, but life is good. Try to get one. Now, Warren Buffett is the only billionaire that I know of who didn't actually borrow money to build his wealth. And I'm talking about billions of dollars. But he started investing when he was 10 years old, and he was averaging 20% return. So if you are 10 years old, this is a good opportunity for you. Okay, I just want to get things straight. I am not against any savings. Of course, you have to have savings. So let's get this in perspective. The first thing that I like you to do is basically to have a job. Obviously, money has to come from a job. There is no way around that. Second, you need to save. Obviously, if you're not saving, because a lot of people nowadays, they're just like wasting money on coffee. They're spending over $2,000 on coffee, some of them more than that, and on some things that they're not using or not necessary for them at all. Here's the $1 million question. If you don't have the money to use to become rich, what should you do? You do the same thing as billionaires do, which is OPM strategy or using other people's money. Before we get going, I know there are some people who are just like against borrowing. They think borrowing are just for poor people or bad stigma, but nothing could be opposite from the truth, and I'm going to show you why. Elon Musk, the founder of Tesla and SpaceX, in 1995, he borrowed money, $28,000 from his mother, and he turned it into $16.6 billion. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, borrowed money from his parents to start Amazon.com, and he turned it into $83.3 billion. Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart and Sam's Club, borrowed $25,000 from his father-in-law and he turned it into over $100 billion. Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook, he borrowed money from his friends and he turned that into $116 billion. Andrew Carnegie, when he was alive, he was the richest man on earth. He borrowed $500 from his mom and he turned it to over $306 billion. You're probably wondering, how rich was he? Well, let's go ahead and take a look. Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, and Bill Gates combined net worth was $290 billion. Andrew was $309 billion by himself. The common denominator for everybody is what? Is OPM, using other people's money. I'm not talking about, saving money for retirement that you should do, because it doesn't add up. It doesn't make any difference. If you are trying to save money or invest in the stock market, which is great, it's very difficult to become very wealthy. You have to do what the other billionaires are doing. 64% of people had 4 streams of income, including passive income, before they made their first million. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until the day you die. Warren Buffett said that. So to become wealthy, you have to find a way to make passive income and different streams of income in order for you to build wealth. So now we're going to go into 2 different steps that you can build wealth. Let's go ahead and get started. The first strategy is use asset to buy liabilities. If you read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, he talks about this. If you want to buy a liability, don't do that because it's going to depreciate. So what you need to do is buy an income producing asset to create passive income, then use that asset or that passive income to purchase your liability. For example, let's say you want to buy a really nice car. It's a $100,000 car because you like to spend money to show off. And who doesn't? So Robert Kiyosaki said, instead of you dumping all that money to buy a liability, what you need to do is simple. Go and buy an asset producing income like a house, and from that money, let's say, take the money, the $100,000, and take it and buy a house. And from that house, you would rent it. Then the renter will pay you money. That would be passive income. Then you will take that money and you purchase that vehicle, which is a liability. The second one is strategy that I have developed over the years, which is, I call it invest in asset to buy asset. Another word, invest in asset that produces passive income, take that passive income and repeat the cycle. So let's go ahead and just do the same thing, same number, just for the sake of simplicity. So we'll use the $100,000 example. I do have a rule when it comes to passive income. I always finance appreciating asset like real estate. And to build wealth with passive income, you have to do something like the following. Use $100,000 to purchase 4 properties instead of 1. The $100,000 will be used to purchase 4 houses, basically put down money on these houses, 4 houses instead of 1. There is a reason for that. And no, I never pay 20% down. I purchased a house from a wholesaler and I usually purchase more than 1 property. So far, we got 4 houses and we took a loan on each one and we paid as minimum as possible to acquire that property. So we have 4 properties. And here's where the fear of debt comes from. A lot of people, they have an issue with debt. For example, they view debt as an evil thing. To a certain extent, I do agree. However, there is a good debt, there is a bad debt, and most millionaires, they use the OPM strategy to generate passive income. For example, if you borrowed something at 4% and then you sold it at 14%, you made 10%. Is that bad? So now, instead of just having 1 property to generate passive income from, now we have 4. Instead of generating 1 passive income from 1 house, now we are generating passive income from 4 houses. And the passive income from each property is $500 a month. That would equal to $2,000 a month. And to build more wealth, you take that passive income and then you invest it in stocks or income producing assets. So in essence, you take in a passive income that you generated, and then you take that passive income, you invest it, and then you make more passive income, and then you go in a circle where you just keep doing the same thing, and then you are creating wealth automatically while you're sleeping. Now I'm going to answer some questions that I asked always by my friends, colleagues, and family members. Number one, you borrowed money, so you're paying interest, so you are losing money. The answer is no. The tenant is paying the mortgage payment and the interest payment. But Mark, you are paying for the property tax. No, the tenant is paying for it because it's figured in the rent payment. Okay guys, here's the big picture. Please understand this. With little money, I have somebody paying for the mortgage and also paying me passive income. And they also paying for the appreciation of my property. If you bought a house, for example, in 1970, it's now maybe at least quadruple in appreciation and in price. And I want you to understand that this is only a one way of building wealth with passive income. There are many other ways that I use and other people use as well. If you want to know these strategies, just let me know in the comment below. I'll be happy to answer these questions or make a video on them. But you gotta do me a favor is smash that like button, subscribe, so I'll make more of these videos and I can do a video regarding your request. So what is the easiest way to start making passive income right now? Well, if you want to know that, go ahead and click on this video right here. I will show you how to get started very quickly, and I will see you at the top.